Scientific notation, adding and subtracting. So we're going to show students the steps for adding and subtracting numbers that are written in scientific notation. So the lesson starts with just a review of what scientific notation is. And when we're adding and subtracting in scientific notation, it's pretty easy if the exponents are the same. If the exponents are the same, then we just add these two numbers. We call it the mantissa, those first terms. And then we leave our 10 to the 13th the same. So students are going to practice doing that on the next slide. They've got 3 problems to add in scientific notation. You can see that the exponents are all the same. So on this one, if we add 3 and 7/10 to 5, we get 8 and 7/10. And they're just going to type this in. And then it gives them a little hint here of how to add an exponent in Google Slides. So we want 10 to the 6th. It's going to stay the same because both exponents are 10 to the 6th. We're going to come up here to Insert, go down to Special Characters. This little text box pops up, and we're going to type in superscript. And you might want to put this on the board or somewhere where the students can access it. All of these exponents come up. We're going to look for our 6, and it just inserts right into that problem. So 8 and 7/10 times 10 to the 6th. This one's subtraction, so we're going to take 8 and 9/10, subtract 4 and 8/10, and then times 10 to the -2. And if you want to put in a negative, well, I'll show you how to do that. So 8 and 9/10 subtract 4 and 8/10, and we're going to get 4 and 1/10 times 10. And we want a -2 exponent. So again, we're going to come up here to Insert, Special Characters, Superscript. And you can see there's a little negative symbol here, so I'm going to type in negative and then 2. So they'll get a little bit of practice doing this. It'll become easier for them. Now, what's the procedure when the exponents are different? So if the exponents are different and you're adding or subtracting, you need to change the powers so that they're the same. We're going to identify the smaller exponent and change it to match the larger exponent. So here you can see our exponents are different. We want to take our smaller one and we want to multiply times 10 squared. If we multiply times 10 squared, that means we're adding the exponents, and this will now be 10 to the 5th power. However, if we multiply times 10 squared here, we have to divide by 10 squared here at 5 and 3/10. And that keeps it equivalent. So we show them how to do that on the next slide. So here's an example. We're going to change just this term. We're going to leave this one the same. We want to change the one with the smaller exponent. So I'm going to multiply times 10 squared here, divide by 10 squared here. That'll give me 53 thousandths times 10 to the 5th power. Now I can add them together, and then I get my solution. Now they want to make sure in their solution that it's still in scientific notation, so we can only have one number to the left of the decimal point. If it's not in correct scientific notation, they're going to have to change it so that it is. So here we're going to practice. This is what students are going to be doing. First, we're going to determine which is the smaller exponent, so they just type in 2. They're going to take the larger exponent, subtract the smaller, and that will give us a 4. That means we're going to multiply times 10 to the 4th power. So here we're going to take 10 squared, and we're going to multiply by 10 to the 4th power. And with 5 and 8/10, we're going to divide by 10 to the 4th power. We're going to get this decimal and 10 to the 6th. So now our exponents will be the same. Next step is we're just going to add them together, and we get our solution. And again, we want to check and make sure it's in correct scientific notation. Now, students are going to be doing a few on their own. Determine which is the smaller exponent. That's the one we're going to change. We're going to take the larger exponent, subtract the smaller, we get 5. So we're going to multiply times 10 to the 5th power. We're going to multiply 10 to the 2nd power by 10 to the 5th power. And we're going to take 4 and 1/10 and divide by 10 to the 5th power. And they're going to write their solution here. Then we're going to add the two together and get our solution. Is it in correct scientific notation? They're going to type yes or no. Then they've got a subtraction problem. They're going to do the same thing, follow all of the steps. And then this one, they're just going to remember the steps. So they're going to have to do this one, and they can refer back to previous slides if they need to. Then we get a challenge problem at the end. We've got some here. We're going to add with negative exponents that are different. So if your students need a little bit more of a challenge, they can do this one, solve on scratch paper, and then type in the solution here. So this is a digital lesson, scientific notation, adding and subtracting.